Hi everyone, my name is Young Yang. Today I will explain a case study operating system. So I will start with the first question. Mobile operating system. Provide a brief overview of Android and Apple iOS operating system. So Android is an open source mobile operating system developed by Google based on the Linux kernel. Android is designed for a wide range of devices, including smartphones, tablets, and even wearables and TVs. Its open source nature allows manufacturers like Samsung, Xiaomi, and others to customize the operating system for their hardware. Android has a highly customizable user interface and supports a vast library of apps available on the Google Play Store. So for Apple iOS is a proprietary operating system developed by Apple exclusively for its devices such as iPhones, iPads, and iPod Touch. Known for its sleek and user-friendly interface, iOS offers a tightly controlled and secure ecosystem. Apple apps of iOS are available through the Apple App Store, and Apple heavily emphasizes privacy, security, and seamless integration across its ecosystem. For B, highlight the key differences between these operating systems in terms of user interface and features and functionalities. For aspect user interface, for iOS, uniform and minimalist designs, limited customization with a fixed apps grid layout. Widgets are available but less flexible. For Android, highly customizable with widgets, themes, and custom launchers, allow multiple home screens layout and controls over apps organizations. Exclusive features like FaceTime, iMessage, and AirDrop. For features, iOS is exclusive features like FaceTime, iMessage, and AirDrops. Seamless integration with Apple ecosystem, for example MacBook, Apple Watch. Proprietary lightning port for old models or USB-C newer models, or limited external storage options. For Android, it offers a range of hardware options from different manufacturers, expandable storage via SD cards on some devices, USB-C or micro USB supports for charging and data transfer. It's also more control over the file management. For aspect functionality, for iOS, it have more restrictive with apps allowing installations only via the App Store, optimized for performance with consistent updates across device. For Android, it supports side-loading apps and applications, allowing installations outside the Play Store. It has greater controls over system setting and features like multitasking. So question number 2, for installing application and content. A. Explain the method of installing applications and content on mobile device, differentiating between pull and push method. Method of installing applications and content on mobile device. Mobile device use two main methods for installing applications and content, pull and push. So for pull method, the user manually initiates the download and installations process by accessing an app store or a specific website. Example, opening the app stores on iOS or Google Play Store and Android to search for and download apps commonly used for applications and media content such as videos, music, or books. For push method, the applications or content is sent to the user device remotely by a server or an administrator, often used in enterprise setting or for remote installations via mobile device management (MDM) systems. For example, IT administrator pushing a company-approved apps to employees' devices. B. Provide step-by-step instructions for installing a sample applications using both methods on the operating system. So first, for Android, for the pull method, open the Google Play Store, tap the search bar and type the name of the apps. Then select the App Store from the search result. Then tap the install button. After that, wait for the apps to download and install. Once it is installed, tap open to launch the app. For push method, administrator logs into the MDM system. For example, Google Admin Console. Select the target device or user for the app's installations. Search for the apps, for example, Zoom in the Manage Google Play Store. Click on Approve or Install for the apps. The apps is automatically downloaded and installed on the user device without manual interactions. Okay, for iOS, for the pull method, first open the App Store on your device. Second, tap the search bar and type the name of the apps, for example Zoom. Then select the apps from the search results. Then tap the Get button or install if it's paid apps authentically with Face ID, Touch ID, or your Apple ID password. Then wait for the apps to download and install. Once it is installed, tap open to launch the apps. So for the push method, you can use the push method via Apple Business Manager or an MDM system. Administrator logs into the MDM platform. For example, jump, select the target devices or user, then search for the apps, for example, Zoom in the Apple App Store. Then click on Assign or Push for the apps. After that, the apps is automatically downloaded and installed on the user device. So, question number 3. For Android, touch interface. A. Identify and explain the items on the Android home screen. So, item on the Android home screen. The Android home screen is the central hub for accessing apps, widgets, and system functionalities. Key elements included status bar. It's located at the top of the screen. Display notifications, battery level, time, and signal strength. Search bar. This often includes Google search or other search functionality for finding apps, contents, or web search quickly. Apps icon. Shortcut to frequently used apps are placed on the home screen for easy access. For dock, a persistent row at the bottom of the screen with favorite or essential shortcut, for example, phone, message, and browser. For navigation button, included the back, home, and recent apps buttons and widgets. Interactive tools displayed directly on the home screen. And for the folders, grouping of an apps into a single icon to save space and organize apps. So for wallpaper, the customizable background image for the home screen. For apps drawer, access via a swipe up or icon, display a complete list of all installed apps. D. Create a tutorial for staff members on managing apps, widgets, and folder on the Android device. Include steps for placing, moving, creating, and uninstalling apps. For managing apps, placing an app on the home screen, swipe up to open the app drawer, locate the app you want to add, press and hold the app's icon, then drag it to the desired spot on the home screen and release. So, number two, moving apps on the home screen, press and hold the app's icon on the home screen, drag it on the new locations, release when it is in the desired positions. 3. Creating a folder. So first, drag or one app's icon over another app's icon you want to group it with. A folder will be automatically created. Tap the folder to rename it or add more apps by dragging them into it. Number 4. Uninstalling an app. Press and hold the app's icon. Drag it to the uninstall options, usually at the top of the screen, or tap uninstall in the menu that appears. Then confirm the installation. So for the managing widget, first adding a widget to the home screen. Press and hold an empty space on the home screen until options appear. Tap widgets. Browse through the available widgets. Press and hold the widget, then drag it to the desired location on the home screen. Resizing a widget. Number 2. Press and hold the widget. Drag the edge of the widget to adjust its size. Release the finalized size. So for removing a widget, press and hold the widget and drag it to the remove options. For managing folder, so first creating a new folder, drag one app over another one, the home screen, a folder is automatically created. Renaming a folder, tap the folder to open it, tap the folder name and type the new name, press enter to type outside the folder to save the name. Adding, removing apps from the folder. To add, drag an apps into the folder. To remove, drag an apps out of the folder onto the home screen. For iOS touch interface, question number 4, iOS touch interface. A. Identify and explain the items on the iOS home screen. So, first, status bar, display information such as time, battery percentage, Wi-Fi connection, and cellular signal. 2. Apps icon, represent install applications. Tapping an icon on open the apps. For dock, a persistent arrow at the bottom of the screen that hold up to 4 apps icon for the quick access. 4. Folder, grouping of an apps under a single icon to organize apps efficiently. 5. Search bar, spotlight search access by sweeping down on the home screen allow you to quickly find apps, contact, or perform web search. Number 6. Widgets, interactive element providing at a glance information like calendar events, weather, or reminder, accessed by swiping right on the home screen. For page, multiple home screen page can be used to categorize and organize apps. Sweeping left or right navigates between them. Apps library, found by sweeping left to the last home screen page, it automatically organizes apps into the categories. 9. Background wallpaper, customizable image and or color display behind apps icon. So for B, create a tutorial for staff members on managing apps and folder on the iOS device. Includes steps for placing, moving, creating, and installing apps. For managing folder, creating a new folder, press and hold an apps icon until all apps jiggle. Drag one app's icon over another app you want to group with. A folder will be created automatically. Tap the folder to open it, then tap the name field to rename it. Number 2. Adding apps to a folder. Press and hold the desired apps until all apps jiggle. Drag the apps into the target folder. Release it inside the folder. Third, removing apps from a folder. First, open the folder by tapping it. Press and hold the apps you want to remove it until it jiggles. Drag it out of the folder and place it on the home screen. Number 4. Renaming a folder. Tap the folder to open it. Tap the name field. Type the new name and press enter or type outside the folder to save. So that's all for the case study for operating system. So this one is I solo for myself. Thank you.